Igbo Igbo ekene m unu, ya gasịrị m gị onye ọma na-ege m ntị n'ụbọchị nke tata. Biko, I just love the way Ezeugo si wee Megan wee gwa Governor Eziokwu okwu na this video. I just love the way she tackle all this matter. Mana biko na unu echefukwana. I don't want to say much about this video because it's obvious that now Governor Ezeuku but the person that sponsor those people like Naputa for protests and this and all this why. Manachom Kige go did this video. Echefukwana subscribe or comment, share, subscribe and like my honor notification. And
I want to wish the God's General and our able engineer CCOB, Evangelist Ebukobi and engineer CCOB. I want to wish them a happy birthday and many more years. Share this video. Share this video. Share this video. I want to use today to talk to our brother, Mr. Governor Eziokwu, the people's governor, Imo. Because we are talking about Ngobala, and the person Meru Ngobala Juwewu a topic with Evangelist Ebukobi, Zion Ministry. That is why we are talking about Ngobala today. So I want to use today, being Evangelist Ebukobi's birthday and Engineer CCOB's birthday, to talk to our brother, Mr. Governor Eziokwu, for different reasons. My attention was drawn to a particular video where Governor Eziokwu spoke about me or him showing me a proof to confirm that na Ngobala na the Zion trespassing na that land. A proof to show me that Nifo Neku Basala and Ngobala not the right, but for reasons best known to me, I'm actually about it, or I'm actually people about it. Go. Now, Mr. Governor Ekuboni Ifa before. Go. Actually, me much. Basalo, the native doctor, who was in here, because that is not why I am here. Fabian Chika Ezeugo, you are welcome, mana. Ishono macho. Ishowano macho. A post home video on a page in the whole of today. I did not even post much. The whole of yesterday. I posted a little 3 days ago. Fabian Chika. Ishowano macho. Same Ezeugo nki post bo video. Udaduko. Ishowano macho. Manese, you are welcome back. Ezeugo, you are welcome. Okay. Only just shock you welcome one at the life. You may not notice that Namon or a little bit offline. So, as I was saying, now, this, if I'm not mistaken, this video many people draw my attention to. In fact, when somebody told me na my inbox that Ezeugo, na Governor Eziokwu called them out, or that Governor Eziokwu did a video. Let me get that. Let me read out that particular chat. At least I will not mention the name of that person. But let me read out that particular chat. Why is it not driver? Share this video. Share this video. Ushe Zion, I greet you. Amaka Nwali, Fabian Chika, Mega, she say, informally here no more, I greet you. Share this video because this video name, this broadcast name is very, very important. You see that this thing? Okay. Let me try this one. Let me try this one, perhaps. Okay. Onye asịrị m onye asịrị m good evening sir, hope you heard what Governor Eziokwu said about you. What did he say? Brief me. Osim, he said that you know that Ngopala Zion ground belongs to them, and he proved that to you, and you never come out to say it. He said it on the video, and a lot of people had drawn my attention to that particular video. Now, Mr. Governor Eziokwu Emebuona video before, he said similar something. I saw that one. I think I saw another one. For reasons best known to me, I decided not to talk about it. For reasons best known to me. But now, I think it will be the best time to analyze that matter. I think it will be the best time to analyze that matter. Now, the reason he discussed about it after Governor Eziokwu gave him some documents and all that, I choose not to talk about it because Ashorozimi build more tension around him. Like, for 1 second, I wanted now to shift the narrative as if I am talking to the whole people of Ngopala. Ashoromi mezie kodo kaya say no Governor Eziokwu's affair. Because if I come out to analyze it, it will look like I am making it to be like this is his affair, and people will now start again. And I abuse and all that. That is the reason I didn't want to talk about it. Now, but Governor Eziokwu always making reference to that. Oduze kaya say na mo follow a prove go say that na hu fa nwe na obroza ye nwe, and na mo decide na ma ye ekwu about it. Now, I am going to bring that particular document. That particular document, I have reached out to where I kept it. I am going to bring that particular document, and tomorrow or next, if I lay my hand on it tomorrow or next, I am going to analyze it line by line. But look at the take home from that document. Ezeugo as a reference. We made video bolone. Now only they pay attention. You will hear how many times I have said something like this. That's my number one. Mostly that few families, I said this now the last video about this particular Ngopala land dispute or that. I think I did that video about maybe 1 week plus ago. I said, in that video after Hamisharo that demonstration, the day I addressed that particular native doctor from Ngopala. We made video where say that few families from one autonomous community cannot be speaking the mind of the whole people of Ngopala. Make it up, if I'm not mistaken, 6 autonomous communities. And out of these 6 autonomous communities, if I'm not mistaken, I think Obrosis autonomous community can really make a mistake. But one thing I know is that 5 autonomous communities with Anafa Balonadat Gwando land. 5 autonomous communities with Anafa Balo Nadat Gwando land. We say that few families cannot be speaking the mind of the entire people of the other 4 stroke their own autonomous community, or only few families. Now, I am going to analyze that document tomorrow or next, so that people will see exactly that I have not been wrong in whatever I have been saying. That document does not prove anything. And I am going to prove it by analyzing the documents, holding it right in my hand. I can assure you that it is only few families who, for obvious reasons, maybe because na anabiasigalono hafilu na mgbe government have in partnership with government that land is more like no water, nothing. But now that ana galagolono, they decided to come together. Just few communities from two autonomous community, few families, about 3, 4, or 5 families, or about 6 families or 5 families. You want to go? About 5 or 6 families from two autonomous community who have constituted this number that can be speaking for the whole other 4 communities, including their own, or just minority from that into autonomous community. Last time I made a video about that demonstration, I said that no one gelonte mgbe that demonstration introduced somewhere. You will find out that about 90% of the people that spoke, they are from into autonomous community. Onye kpokwa afọ ọsị no si from into autonomous community. Onye kpokwa afọ ọsị no si from into autonomous community. Now, mgbe gbasịrị na about 2 people ndị ọzọ or 3 kwuziri na ha si from amaala abi kelafa this one amaala or kelafa ebe a. Now those people who just mejuo number that those people may not even have a single plot of land in that Gbado land. Because how can a normal demonstration may represent the interest of Nnewi? You want people who see from number 1, Otolo, Nnewish, Umudin, and Uruago. How you want they represent her? Now, Otolo we PG, Uruago we PG, Nnewish we PG, Umudin we PG. Their PG supposedly represented. And when Nzukora Nnewi must be represented. Then that is when you know that you are speaking on behalf of Nnewi as a town. So you cannot come na ana oh no I don't think that man from Alatia. Now you ask yourself, why is it that about 80 to 90% of people that spoke in that demonstration, why is it that Nahasi from Ntu? Why is it that Nahasi from Ntu? Is it not justifying what I saw in that document? Because that document only few families who serve as the petitioners in that particular case. And I know the judgment, which I'm going to read out. So that you hear the judgment. You hear everything and they call so with that judgment. Kiwe judge zero. Yeah? I don't need to be a lawyer for me to properly analyze a document. After Ngochali now, say, let me leave this, let me not create more tension again. That was why I kept that documents. I didn't want to talk about it. But rather, I may take on from it, take out, I may take out 1 or 2 from it. When I to Eziokwu, I even said in my video, now the few aggrieved people feel now the right thing they could have done is to organize themselves and use appropriate channels. That no one how use all the appropriate channels where is she out to Zion ministry. I know that Evangelist Ezeugo be magnanimous enough that he will even give them more than what they are expecting from him. I said it. I was saying all that because I have seen the legal document and the Only few families. Not even kindred. Not even kindred. Because when you talk about kindred, you are talking about, when you talk about kindred, you are talking about families that makes up like Abiana, now my own kindred now. Our kindred is more like Omunna. You want to go? I don't know Omunna Zereme. You want to go? I don't know Omunna Zereme. Omunna Zereme consists of about Dike, Ezi Mmado, Uzokwe, Nwonye, Ogwezuma, and the Gonokwa. Kelukwa family also. About 7 families we've make up Umunna Ezereme, which is the kindred, Ezereme kindred. You want to go? But even though not even 5 kindred, we face no problem. How many kindreds in than 2 autonomous community? I am telling you the truth. So how can 5 families or kindred, even if you put it, be making so much noise that you will think that the whole entire people of Ngopala will problem with Zion ministry? How can everybody and Newi Kita kuife kuchife iwaho than the Newi yano in unity? But when we number ya weta representation from different authorities, it is enough. Abia meeting obulo mmadu niile no na meeting yekwe yes e we make something. Ohoma niile no na meeting yekwe yes e we make something. Emerezi emecha ye isizie na onye ọhụrụ na-ekwu ha obie iwu awụ na every single person yekwuriri yes. Iwu awụ na every single decision e make na Nnewi ka ya support before carry ya on. Or iwu ka na ajụ. I'm asking you. You want to go? So I decided to put that paper aside to avoid creating more tension and making it look like I'm personalizing it to someone. That was what I did. I decided to put enmity aside. Rather, I picked things from that document. Now run on my program. That this is just few families. This is just few families. Look at this guy saying Udibia. Now, you might have succeeded in telling people that this guy, Abulo, your immediate brother. But the guy see from your own kindred. And the only see for your own kindred is your brother. Onye poso kwe nwannem manunwe. Onye bezi mmadu. Nwannem manunwe. Ofu obala. Ofu nwanne ka iwu. The same family ka iwu. The same family ka iwu. So it went ahead it goes ahead to prove exactly everything I have said. All these people that are doing this demonstration, organizing themselves, have their from just few families from 2 autonomous community. You can hardly see Onyama Alapatana Sego, Zion Jukomenka, Zion Jukomenka. You can hardly see Onya Alatia, Potana Sego. I heard that was it Ibenda Alatia, Ezenda Alatia, Dukobia program Ngobala. Adukobia program Ngobala. Program eme na Zion ground. All the case in Alatia Kogono. So you can hardly see somebody from Eziama autonomous community. Or Potasego and Zion Jukowese and Zion Jukogalese. You want to go? Or few families from Ntu autonomous community. Now, Ekugo Nyambo. Kiwe mwana na mumu even negu. Like I go by Ezeugo na eme as if that I don't want to talk about it. No, Melie ko no proof. You did not prove anything, brother. I will get that document and I will analyze it accordingly. Even the judgment they are there. All na that judgment ye wotalo. Maybe that judgment or your na behalf of your community. Kerife June take possession of your land. Kerife Juno, he take possession of that land. Kerife pata that land did you wake up naka government. It's a question. Kerife Patalo no one take your possession of that land immediately. Since the government no one Kerife Patalo no one take your possession of that land. I understand the problem among yourselves. Somebody called me from Ngopala and I understood the problem. The problem among yourself would that now. Some of the people who constitute the committee, some of the people constitute the committee, Hana government sit down. Where is this? Efa. It is an in-house problem. We don't need the resort out in-house. Transaction has been done successfully. You gotta go. Si from n'ime ụlọ ịghọtago ndị ọdụ nka ngwamngwam ahụ emetụrụ nwa obere pụtazie chọọ ka ha bụrụ ihe wee jezie ada eme ya eme. It is an in-house something where I say okay ndị ọka etiti họpụta na onye ya bịa represent unu ikekwe onye ahụ họpụtara ndị ya bịa represent ha. Let me use Ngopala ka ha bido use ọka etiti ịghọtago. Ejemee mago enwere ike mee mago jee weta ụfọdụ ndị enwe okwuda na ebe ahụ tii ha make up numbers then short change ụfọdụ ndị nwere na ebe ahụ. Gọọmenti use compensation fully to ndị Ngopala a compensate ye unu manipulate the numbers from side unu nke ahụ family problem unu nwelu unu eje sort ya out. Transaction has been done and concluded successfully and the compensation duly paid. Duly paid. So, Kerife de Ifa Ezeugo. In the documents and follow, I did not see the 5 communities, autonomous communities in Wela. I did not see them represented in that particular document. What I saw was families, and they were just few families. They were just few families. Let us even assume that now those few families now that Ibana part of Ananda Alati Adara Ebaho or the included Neba Evangelist Ezeugo na Aluife currently Ebaho Wuntu Anamajoga Eba Evangelist Ezeugo na Aluife currently Ebaho or Wuntu Anabando or Google. How many of these plots ka Foronaka government akanye bi in Zion enye bi now all na iga na map ntu esi wenye ndị Zion ana I am a portion of this land balona ntu one a portion of nke ndị Zion a bala alatia ba eziama ba amala because now when no one will suppose to be there kusiokwu ike on the ziama and the ndamala all no one suppose to be there kusiokwu ike na project ya Zion nalo on the ziama and the ndamala on the alatia so on the keriva na akpa on the two I stand to be corrected anyway. Because when we get and I'm na febe eziama and amala no when we get I'm inside ebe ntu siwe gaba mana when we get mama side and has weba but I stand to be corrected. Oblo the whole of this land ke woje nyende Zion government nye bi Zion enye bi from the land how now when you say let us assume that now these few families in jail court now have the government court where say government sesiaro haka na that land and that families or baloneba Evangelist Ezeugo na Aluife ka somebody sanya Some of these things were just an actual just an actual ajụjụ ka m na-ajụ and families ahụ, because I repeat, what I saw was families being represented. I did not see the 5 autonomous communities in Wela being represented in that document. So I assume that no few agreed families with a J court. Yes. You got to go? Okay, 1,000 hectares of land is still available for any potential and willing investor. Now, that 1,000 hectares for Kelebo Kovalo, this particular one in the Zion, or Kovalo, ebe few families are that aggrieved well. Hey, well, now that particular place, government in Alufe, and I'm a I'm questioning Najo, the genuine. Let us stop deceiving people, honestly. Let us stop deceiving people, honestly. Why is it that no Muslim then do how many people have you seen from Eziama? How many people have you seen from Amala? How many people have you seen from Alatia? Can you the other one? Where Eziama, where Amala, where Alatia? Can I find the other one? Somebody should tell me the other one. I know the chief got the other one. I know the chief got the other one. Somebody should tell me the other one. How many people have you seen from those communities talking about this land? It's a question. You see that most problem they have among the committee has set it up from their own side. And if government fulfill their own part of the bargain, you need to hold your people accountable. All of your people deceive alone. All of your people mislead alone. Hold those people accountable. You gotta go? Oge a na-anụ ọgụ. Oge a na-anụ ọgụ. Ikemba wee bute ego. Wee bụ ihe one man ma ya akwa afọ ya na Nnewi ya ka o jee obodo oyiwo wee je bute ngwa ọgụ. The man wee buru ihe wee kwafelu. Ikemba asị họ na obuje ego bi ndị Nnewi ọ na obuje ego bi ndị Ụmụdị. Ọ kpọrọ family ahụ in particular. Kpaa afa that man in particular. Ka onye ọ na manụ that man ka ebile ga owere gachiwara. Ọha awụ etu esi wee nwee na Niger Delta Development Commission. A rich agreement etu gọọmenti yeseri iziri ha ego. Enwekwana nkịta South East Development Commission. A set up the committee. Always na federal government release ego to committee though in charge of South East Development Commission or South Development Commission. Or among that committee, a case where mismanagement or misappropriation of that fund. Are you going to hold government accountable? Or you are going to hold the members of that committee accountable? I'm asking you a question. So let us get what is happening straight. It is few families that is being aggrieved. And most of the problems from what I have gathered, see from the committee set up from their place to engage government. And every single thing had draft through for government to meet up now this particular transaction. Government may hear 100%. A lot of people got theirs. Na university. They got theirs. The land. For do 10 years n'aka government. Government is the owner of land. The government will find one. Government will find one. All government will CFO new ki develop one. Zion. After 10 years, Zion allow anything about. Government can revoke the CFO. After all government they issue CFO. So government will have one. But factory will allow for any development purpose. They have to fulfill a certain obligation according to agreement with the host communities. Before a year, in what today, he have government reserved area, not going for over 30 years. He have government reserved area. About a government map na ya so and so tineba. Ije na land, go see na map. Mana 30 years later, we go even eba. kedu ife kpatara na communities nwe anyị ejekwa were ana back kedu ife ụlọ na-ekwu ife a ọ ife ụlọ na-ekwu dị ya ekwu okay ka anyị sikwa eme my own program wee sị let us assume okay ka anyị assume zie na those families jelu court wee bewuo gọọmenti ọha nwe the whole land family land ha ọkwa nwere ebe ọ balụ 1 2 ọ na family land ha nwere ebe ọ balụ na this place Zion na-alụ ọrụ ọ bara na this place Zion na-alụ ọrụ the other 1000 hectares ka nọ n'aka gọọmenti kedu ndị nwe the other 1000 hectares baa n'aka gọọmenti so why are you crying more than the belief ọ bụrụ na your family land dị ebe a Zion na-alụ ọrụ bịa gosi anyị part of it anụ bịa gosi anyị part of it anụ now the only thing wụ na asịrị na gọvanọ Eziokwu nwere problem with ndị Zion even when evangelist Obiako Obi nwere any problem with you had a disagreement with Aku Zion who is a Zionite. He is not the spiritual director of Zion ministry. Obulo Aku Zion was Zion. Aku Zion is a Zionite just like every other Zionite. You have a problem with him. Instead of you to sort out your issue with him, you took the whole thing to Zion ministry. Expect from evangelist then if no, why are you people so bent on Zion morning, Zion afternoon, Zion night? You had problem with Aku Zion, who is the CEO of Zoro Bitters, not Zion ministry. Now, before this problem, Mr. Governor, on knowledge about this land, before this problem, on prior knowledge about this land, was it after he had this problem? Can you realize now this particular land, were you not privy to this arrangement the moment they declare opposition? Zion, because Gwando land is also the moment you talk about Gwando land, the history of that land. Now, when you heard in Zion Nabia and neighbor Hanabia Gwando land, were you not privy to this information? Why did it later come up? You have even made several videos around that particular area and in that ground. Why did it later come up later? You see, this issue of and this act of always trying to use our platform to push our personal agenda should come to an end. It should come to an end. You are doing it because you believe you have the platform, and all your platform, although something like this, there is nothing happening there. It is just a group of people constituting nuisance. Let me put it that way. Causing trouble that nobody is even noticing. Causing trouble that nobody is even noticing. It is just a group of people, fraction of people. Fraction of people. So I want to make it clear that I intentionally overlooked that because Ashorozimi build more tension centered around you. I want us to look at it as if we are talking to the people of Ngobala. Because Ngo Akwevaho, or Kwango Kamadapo, every Ntwazahebe program marketer, Okwefugo, MMM, Abo Governor, MMM, Abo Governor. That was what I don't want. I wanted the tension to pipe low. I wanted the tension to pipe low. You knew when Zion came down to Ngobala, you were happy. In fact, you are even the person who said, you said in the video, not there. And when eventually the location of this particular project was revealed, you were still very much there. You made so many videos supporting this, welcoming these people to Ngobala, very happy about the development that is coming. What happened along the way? I don't want to believe that the way I am seeing you and the way you are carrying yourself, that now you know information of what is happening in Ngopala at your disposal. Because you cannot tell me no guy it's a lie. It's a lie. With the way you carry yourself, one can say that you have a lot of information about what is happening in Ngopala. So I want to know, at what point did you later find out that na Zion Merefa or the government failed, or that this land is also that particular land in Okunoka since? At what point? You want to go? At what point did you realize that no, this particular land that Okumake, who the same land is Zion Biame? At what point? If you melu with Zion, in fact, the commissioner of land mentioned the whole families and by name receive Lego there. Has it been any one of them that has come out to say, I did not receive money from government? I want to know. That video is still there on my page. He mentioned the name and the family of every single person received compensation on that particular land, with date, how the money was released, checks Nina Harris, who received that check, who got that money. Has there been any one person from those names mentioned, or those families and names Apollo, on a history from Ngopala? Hesi from Olo, Kahesi from Newi. They were all families from Ngopala. I have met one and many of them who accepted that they got their own money and they don't have any problem with what is happening there. Yes. Yes. I have discussed with one or two persons. Somebody are Ukuna from Obodo Iwo. Many people from Ngopala are from outside Nigeria. Yes. Bamuna Ezeugo. We received this money. Look at, I was in the university. I was this. Look at what I was doing. I was in Lagos when this thing happened. So why are you people making it to look like the whole people of Ngopala? Do you know more than your kings, more than your Igwes? Oh no one. Just Manoma na cause trouble. Go no jewelu you to generate intimidate Igwe Merigona and answers Igwe Merifa. Ekande Ezena shown we information about this land that they all came together na Zion ground. We call for na we say ebuko bigaba niru na support area. Do you know more than them? What happened? At what point did Ndezaho realized that na ifa de ku wo kwase? Let us say na no no jekuri igbenga so no. We saw them. They all gathered in a Zion ground. Mgbe alụba go ife there. Mgbe ha bịara ebe ahụ, alụba na toilet, bụ white sand, katapila ekiri aba n'ebe niile. Ama ntụwa na canopy, a eji wee mife. They all came to that ground. Nọrụ na that ground, wee sụọ ọfọ na ama. Wee sị Evangelist Ebuka Obi gaba na ọya dụrụ ya na mma. They all granted personal interviews concerning that land. At what point they can say, oh, na you can shake and dabia, kaina haset to law, kaina haset to shabo. Because already do go na on a onye emebu if or block on a man. And a major adjution. And a major adjution now. Let us be honest. For those people who and desire land grabbers, actually, I will tap our birthday Evangelist Ebuka Obi. We analyze here this. Let's get it straight. If I name na Newi, ama some people from Newi na claim na an investor biara na Sujana know him from the Newi. Kono no boss that investor lo na she may flag off. Igwe Nnewi na ndị obi ito ndị ọzọ nọ na Nnewi wee zukọ wee nọrọ na ana wee sụwa ọfọ wee kpere onye na-alụ ọrụ na ana ekpere. Keri Fozo, what it means is that Nnewi has spoken. I'm not saying that when Nnewi speaks in that manner, now you few people will do against that process. But don't say that you are representing the entire people of Nnewi. You are speaking your own mind. You are speaking your own mind. So, all on days of these 5 autonomous community, Zukoro na Zion ground, what's if Ezeugo carry go? At what point did they realize that Ezeugo be emit you up, or that he neglected them, or that he did not carry them along, or that he did not compensate people? At what point did they even realize that now the whole transaction Ezeugo be made with government now actually no force? At what point? On our way later and illegal. He only came to your Ndeze because no one will host communities. Your government compensation was paid. People received their money. Okay, post to that video. Commissioner of Land Demelu. I was hoping that one person among the Fanina Apollo wouldn't go alabono, wouldn't well there. One day, Anakalele 3,000 or 20,000 hectares of land, for instance, or 5,000 hectares of land. And how many families and how many people receive compensation there? The number can go now. The whole of that numbers are already represented. Quarter of it are already represented. Now those numbers made that demonstration. So who are those people who made that demonstration? All who know that the whole entire people of Ngobala put that demonstration. I are short down, Gaga. Mother Kanko. So from the Okada. Nanderona. Now go to get Aguamiva. Ya Ochi. Mo was a Habujonia Bawula New Zion. One mother leke forever. If it do so bad that neighbors mother. Yet you did not see him an emotion. Even a passerby can say, okay, let me identify with this protest. But still, it followed too many people there. I just listen then on us. I thought he said we on you. She said we on you. All because no one on you. You know that? So my brother, let us stop this joke. It is a joke that is being taken too far. Huh? And you cannot continue to undermine or disregard the humble nature of Ezeugo. Because all there goes where do a man. But I think he's still respecting the fact that no, these are my host communities. Oh, na sometimes eti shida kana wear oya that ego. Sometimes eti shida kana wear oya that ego. Let us stop all this joke. Stop dragging the people of Ngobala into this mess. Talk about your personal grievances. Talk about your personal grievances. You can't continue to be calling the land grabbers. Are you the only person who have land there? Eh? Crusade, are you telling me that more than how many thousands of Ngobala land are there? Is that what you are telling me? Eh? I have encountered so many people from Ngobala, and I haven't even seen anybody talking about Eziokwu, except maybe 1 or 2 people on the phone. So, what is it exactly? Na madesigalo no Ngobala. Achobazie, I'm a government wolugolo. Imano ne government nwere na Nnewi. Eba alụrụ teaching hospital no Kofia. Ọ bụrụ ndị mmadụ nwa na. Nnamdi Azikiwe University Teaching Hospital alụrụ n'aka mmiri. How many years the government would ebe ahụ? Edeye onye ọ na mano reserved area. Na ebe aka ya alụzi permanent site teaching hospital. Over how many years before eventually ewebe bido ịrụ ọrụ na ye? Mgbe ndị ọrụ ifite na ndị Nnewi nyere gọọmenti a na mgbe ahụ a plot of land ebe ahụ erughị 1.5 million, orodo 1 million, Today, a plot of land in Okofia and a late at something 40 million. Ishi yata zeta, nke say government, no, na inyere no can go 10 years, no na alubo yive, na reverse kwana, on etowa logic with government. Government government will have a wire right round to keep off government property. Trespass and member. All because now for the evangelism go be there. And all these things are now incite people. You know, governor, you know that you are inciting your people. You are inciting your people. There is no smoke anywhere apart from the one who they create from nowhere. There is no smoke anywhere. Enough is enough for people. It is more than enough. I gave you people a timely advice. I told you, to only few. Mobilize yourself. Go through the right channel. Meet Evangelist Kobe. Talk to him. Only for your email on. Mail for your email on. But it's all okay. General Hope, General Government of Imo State. It is your government. General Government of Imo State. They have held that land since the time of Achiku Denwa. Achiku Denwa, Chisharito, he had a Hakim Nigota. He had a Hakim Chisharito, Russia Soko Charigota, she 8 years. Russia Chisharito, a making head of Bogota. No, if no Lito, oh, what? Hope of the Maslata, hope of the Bogota. How many years? Over 20 years. Over 20 years. Or close to 20 years rather. You people could not lay claim on that land. Not until government will a portion of that land. Government, Evangelist Kobe, no money from nowhere. So, those families, Jello Court, can now say, let us assume that Nafa Pewulu. Mwejo say, Anafa, Obaleba Ebukana Aluife, Ebe Ebukana Aluife, Onyawu constitute the entire Gwando land. I'm asking. You want to go? So let us assume or the whole Bandor land Kewoje ye Evangelist Kobe. Why no na make demonstration against government Kaji over 1,000 hectares there? I don't imagine. Now that one aside, when government in Yelu Nicholas Okachukwu that particular bar, some plot of land there bar. How many of you demonstrated? Is it because he did not develop that place for 10 years? Government of Bogota revoke CFO Hanyeri Chelsea Group. Yeah? When they gave it to Chelsea Group, how many of you demonstrated? I'm asking, when they gave it to Chelsea, how many of you demonstrated? Ndibu, we are fast becoming nuisance. The madane denai. Organiru puta, you will personal interest. Na choke hinder progress. Na choke hinder progress. Yeah. Which court documents? The one I will come and analyze. I will come and analyze it. Let me prove to people that when you talk about Epotana Newi, family Okonkwo, family Okeke, family Johnson, family Mora, as soon as these 4 or 5 families, now how they speak on behalf of the whole entire Newi, you are speaking for yourself. You are aggrieved. Talk about the area where you are affected. Stop involving the entire people of Ngobala. That land will more than how many families in that land? Where are all of them? The whole people who are there, but in the protest, Imon and Ngobala have to shut down. I'm asking you. The whole people who are there, put in stage protest, Imon and that Eba have to shut down. Man, I put in a protest. If you do 50, or if you mad 50, or if you mad 100, yeah, mad 100, or how representing the whole people from Mbishi, Mbishi, eh? Kaiman kono kai si emi fe o. Okay, Odogwu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, let me block you here. Susu out of this place also so. Anofia. Atoro. The about the nonsense also. Other block go. You ought to go. So, one of the phone na-ekwu, onye kwuo ya ọdụ ka asị na onye ahụ na-ekwu ọnụ. Onye kwuo ya ọdụ ka asị na onye ahụ na-ekwu ọnụ. Ndị mmadụ abịakwana, a lot of ndị Ngobala yuzuru befa for fit ihe na ndị mmadụ ego. Ọ na ha like ho ife na-eme wee na-benefit from the process. So, ọ bụrụ na ha accommodate the whole people bịara there, enwere ndị sere enwere ndị side talk ha nụrụ, because ọnwụ na-enwelu na the community a accept ife a na-eme. Ndị niile na-ahụrụbe ndị mmadụ, ndị niile ahụ nọrụ na Ngobala ụfọdụ nọwara ebe 2 weeks, ha ya anụlili kepu ebe a na-akpa nkata ahụ na a na-ata na murumuru, ha ya anụrịrị akụkọ. Onwere onye nọrọ akụkọ. People were happy. Who are those people? Na-apụta bụ eme that demonstration. Onye bilitekwa ka okwu ọsị na osi from ntu. Onye pụtakwa ka ọsị na osi from ntu. Onye pụtakwa from ọsị na osi from ntu. Ọsọ ntu nwere ana ebe a. Kere area na ebe ana ndị ntu autonomous community si wee bata dị. Olulu ebe a Ebuka Obi na-eme something ka njọ ya ajụjụ. The remaining 1,000 plus hectares to 2,000 hectares, government ka keep na-achọkwa onwe another person bịara. Kelu ndị nwe nke ahụ. Kele ebe ọ kọvara. A na-achọ okwu na ụka na-achọ okomoko. Na-achọ okomoko ka m na-agwa ya. Who are the direct families ọwa na ha dịrị na this particular place Evangelist Ebuka Obi na-alụ ọrụ? Who are the people? From my own side, I can tell you no more of the Amala and the Eziama. I can tell you no more of the Amala and the Eziama. Yes, that's what I can tell you. On a few benide, the Zion be a grabber and the man and a quick. Yeah? Or because you have issues with them. You know the issues within the Zion, if I may ask. If I may say per se. You know the issue within the Zion. You are just taking your personal problem in with Zion. You have personal problem in with Zion. Ne ebujeri etu the Zion niile. Kone Evangelist Ebuka Obi enwe problem. Kone ya akọhọ ọnụ, onwe ife go na emelu. It was Zion. Ka go na enwere okwu. Zion is the CEO of Zoro Bitters. Oblo Zoro Bitters bịara Ngobala. Oblo Zoro Bitters bịara Ngobala. What is all this dust? Can you find out you were happy at some point. What changed you? Yeah? You were happy. At what point can you realize is here? Na ekwukwolu. No, and then at what point? Ndị zunu niile no at first. Whatever sụọ for na. At what point ka ha realize na ndị develop wekwu na lo. Na no nwe bụ okwu ife ha meru na. Stop one in file. You guys should stop that. You ought to go. You guys should stop that. You ought to go. You guys should stop that. Yeah. I will come and analyze it. Can the man do well? Can no man even man follow? Yes, I saw that and they say Few families cannot represent the entire people of Ngobala because okay, commissioner of for land was Salafa. He called more than how many names? Afopolo Kanko, Ndena Jego, and they go ne Hanaje. N'ime ndị niile ha akpọrọ ofu onye pụta kwuo na m enweghịkwa ana ebe a akpọ m oke na m nwere ana ebe a na m amanụ ha ego asị na enyere m ego ofu onye pụta kwuo ya. Now if all those people akpọrọ who the people nwere ana there and they all collected money, how ndị nwere ana there they all collected money. Now look at another thing melu. Look at another thing melu. I found out that no nwere ike ọnwụrụ na-abịa n'ife tụka na family Okonkwo o wee nwụrụ na enwelu mmadụ 10 ya do represented na family Okonkwo o wee nwụrụ na mmadụ 10 ahụ na 2 ekwetaghọ na that arrangement. Now that 2 I represented the interest of the other 8 people kwetara ekweta. The answer is no. Count it into how many families in are there. The answer is no. Ewote ega or say in-house problem n'ime ha o nwere ike 2 eni ajo na ha ye were ego or one person from their family e were ego family fa. I'm telling you, few people owuru na ife awu ife ndị Ngobala, these 5 communities are na-ekwu their kings, PG, and everybody will be represented in that particular petition or in that particular court if I'm full. But I believe I'm full. I believe I'm full. More so, the remaining part of this land is still in the possession of the government, which is over 1,000 hectares. So why are you overlooking the what government gave to Evangelist Ebukobi is smaller compared to what government still have? Why are you looking away from nke government take away una ka na-eche mgbe ha woje nya nwande ọzọ una ejekwa no saba ndakọ unu na-anụsa na-eme demonstration against Evangelist Ebukobi una na-emekwa demonstration against government because government can with some part of this land that na-ekwu okwu ko na nekwa na ha nke haji ha nwere kwa enye onye ọzọ una amapụtakwa. I don't understand this arrangement. Ife na-Eziokwu 50 million nchi nwelu 20 n'ije ụwa ije nwudo ije ụwa na-adị ije ụwa mana aka nji 30. Why are you not talking about 30 inch? Why are you always fighting ije ụwa maka 20 inch? Inigono 30 inch ka ị na-echekwa mgbe m nwejekwa taịlụ n'ime 30 a bịa chugodum no mụnwa onye na-ekegodu jinegodu mụnwa nwe isi mmiri na-eke eke na-apụtagodu m nke fọlụ iwe chọwazie ndị ekenye n'ala ekei ọkara ya etu a okenye sịlị na ọ maghị egwu ana waghọ ka ọdụ. Mr. Gọvanọ Eziokwu ife bịara bụ ụnụ na ọwụlụ na-echọrọ Ngobala ndụ olileanya ndị Imo in a contest for election. You keep complaining na government presence honorable you were for development to do ife Zion Neuta the good ife melu bono just some few days ago. Also, are you agreeing that the ones given to Zion also belong to the community? Look at Christian Melem, even Melo Ufodunimono lack the ability to understand. And because you lack the ability to understand, we don't go there back, make the program from beginning to end. Okay, I want was even the Weber to care Mama, because they lack an ability to comprehend with even Neku. If any Menkuleba, they comment to you. Can you comment to you what to do with even Neku? Tell me. You want to go? Sometimes in the man now say, don't reply to them. I can see reason how you say I reply that to you people. Because look at Ife Joe. You want to go? Ọkwa voice m ka there. Somebody dey room yes. Ọkwa voice m ka there. Ọkwa voice m ka there. Anọzikwo n'ikuku. Somebody dey room yes. Mmụọ ka na-ebechazikwo. Somebody dey room yes ka anyị wee na-ekwukwa. Somebody dey room yes. Somebody dey room yes. Una ka na-anụzikwa ife na-ekwu. If I say yes, you want to go? So let us be honest. Now, I want to make it clear. No one na another bar the 100%. Into autonomous community, and was 5% of the land they will ever. And the anonu si from azu edo onye ka nji wee seo isi ni ka nwela na ebe a o we won na na ka ba lele na nke government ji keri fi na bia melu camouflage with nke Zion na alu olu na ewu na nke Zion na alu olu na agbata hodo na ama nke olu the whole family is in jail court though represented na that document in none of them will ama ebe Zion na alu olu prove otherwise. Una mala uma inwere okwu with akụ usi o zero bitters ana zero bitters na Aba Lagos iburi ya mabata na Zion onwere onye ama agbara ngosego na majority of our na Zion ji balo na Eziama and the Amala jede ne map ya almost a little percentage everybody somewhere. So why na nda amaala ada enye mkpọtụ ndezi ama ada enye mkpọtụ onwe ndo ba na ngia no nde nke ana nke ono wole government ka jiye jenu kwe government mgba na lonu ya na unu on the ignorant of what is happening on the ignorant of what is happening wunde ya wa na ekwu anako. Government duly paid you people compensation. Yes. So all government called any investor or any establishment actually in that place according to demand, and the government will have to look at why that. If Imo State here benefited from this, how will it benefit and develop the community? After considering everything, where obligation under a meeting to their host communities, Gaskia, after fulfilling everything, will you see of all? Yeah, and apota government issue go to see of owner. And a government will now certificate of occupancy. Ye madu ke kana apota. If or media noise come maybe just to distract people. Because I see it as a media noise. Everything about the transaction was very clear. And don't na one can you na during the time of Ashiku Denwa Onwana Nimo. During the time of Kelafaya, Ihedo Hakim, during the time of Rosha Sokorosha, during the time of Emeki Hedoha, the Quateno Onwa Kona Chi Tipia. Onaka Natabu here, and ono can we hope. No yen go bala, Uruzie governor, which is a change if any. So yen ne we wolo governor ta. Ujeze which yatakwa ama teaching hospital. Ana majoga ajuju. Ujeze which yata ama teaching hospital. Ma wonwa ama nke ye ndo lelele before we wolo governor. Always say governor jekwa wokorokwa na back. I hello now. I hello na. And ndị ntwa elugodu 4 to 5% of another na gwanda. And those na azu do ama ebe ntudu. You know ama ebe ntu si we baba. general government nke unu n'unu filuo. So if iluo na m gụchala akwụkwọ ahụ, all because from need coming out to come and analyze what is there. We'll be really talking to you directly. I decided to put it aside. I decided to put it aside. But for the sake of clarity, I'm going to revisit it. Yes, I'm going for it now. So I can revisit it online here. And then want to full the content. And then want to fulfill the content of this particular thing. And ebude baneti ono. Yeah. Ekuru nyeba say neighbor if I wo how many thousand hectares of land he would do for the Zion. And then the government they carry the larger part of this land. Why are you people not talking to government? Now we say let us assume that even those few families, because I can tell you that Nebian and two autonomous community, all few families with a problem. Even all few families have petition to government. Those few families, let us assume that now the government, which no blood the case. Let us assume that now the government. Anaha or the Eba Zion na lolo. Anafa or Baloneba Zion na lolo. A harmless question. Eziokwu should be the person educating and sensitizing your people on the benefit of Zion Bala, telling them and educating them various ways they can make good use of that opportunity. Etu ayisi we na akuziri ndị mmadụ etu yesi we me business gas and ife niile. Use that opportunity also to educate your people on how they can take advantage of this golden opportunity. You can do that. Yes, you can do that. Fighting that development does not make you kiwulo dogu. It does not make you kiwulo dogu. Ebezine ka odo ka aso na ndị ngo ala enwe odore mmadụ atọ. Unu nwechara mmadụ, nwe mmadụ na government. Unu nwechara mmadụ, nwe mmadụ na government. Mana ade kpuchi eziokwu anya. Every single thing though, written down na black and white. Uzorezo. All those names in the Apola Afafa. Ego. Those families are they not from Ngobala? 1, 2. Or nothing where I'm there. 3. Or when any of them put out one in your ego. 4. Or when any of them if you go to partake, you go to demonstration. 5. Have you ever heard any of them talking on social media about that land? The answer is no. It is only you and few people. Onye mara asụ nya sụọ n'ikpe mana onye amara asụ nya sụọ n'ala onye ruo nya were ile ihe gụọ eze ya ọnụ. There is no need hunting what you cannot buy. There are some things you know that even if you finally hunt down that you cannot buy it. Even when you see it in onimo fe na achọgharị anụ a na ịfụ dị anụ na ihe agbawuni anụ a kedu ife na achọrọ anụ a. Ife mere na ngo alawo transaction successful. Owo ni cho ka enye gị ife ije nu ka nwa mmadụ ije ka nwa mmadụ ije ka nwa mmụọ ije ka nwa mmadụ. There is plenty. If I say bukobi na enye bu onye na mbụ. So ije ka nwa mmadụ out of his own magnanimity, he can give you something. Mani yeti eni iwu. Yotago. Yeti eni iwu. Mark Philip had more feet than you Eche try ya. Adum 100 times more feet than you. Ani ekwu una ghara ife a na-ekwu na-ekwu ọsọ ndị ntị ike ekwuchakwa ịpụ echi niile ikwu eriwekwa ekwuchakwa ịpụ echi niile ikwu eriwekwa because na ka m na-ekwu ihe attention go to another place ị na-echi ife agbasaghị ọrụ Adum more fit and more healthy than you. You cannot even talk the same way you cannot talk continuously for 20 minutes without hit without going under the but I don't have realized broadcast for more than 1 hour, for more than 2 hours, and you think you are more fit than me. You think you are more fit than me. Etuando. You think you are more fit than me. Can you talk for even 10 minutes? Can you talk continuously for 10 minutes? You cannot do that. But no, even the cool. Even the cool one another thing. Only another thing. Actually, no, or some work a broken record. Because then when they even the cool, often pay attention. Come at the fact, even if you don't believe in what I'm saying, get the fact that we form the basis of your argument. You cannot get it. Ine-ekwu maka Anadu n'Otolo, osego where is Ogechi. Ine-ekwu maka ife mee na Nnewishi, osego where is Evangelist Ebukobi. Ịghọtago? Ha na-ekwu eri ka broken record. Ha na-ekwu ka record mụwara agbawa. Anyway, my people, the fact speaks for itself. Zion no on a just cause na anafano na ngobala. If you think that Zion will ever lose that land in Angopala, you are joking. You are joking. Okay, Megas is happier. Let me help him. He needs to go and rest. Let us help him to go and rest. Go and rest, but don't rest in peace. You want to go? Go and rest, but don't rest in peace. So, Awoloneno, Neche, na Zion will ever lose that land. You are joking. You are joking. The fact is there. Apple demonstration or protest. A few people. Awolona Zion na jende ngobala ha anaho n'ike. Ifu people ndị mmadụ na ngobala. Ifu people ndị mmadụ nọ na ngobala. Nwoke ya dey for more than 500 to 1,000 people pụtara idemo. Ife awokwu ana ka a na-ekwu. Ebe ife awokwu ana. Ona wokwu ana wa community. Ana all people from 5 communities we ka ya ekwu demonstration ya. Ifu ndị eluho mmadụ 100 anabu ego anadagolo ego magwe for one iya ria fu ndị si Owerri bata iya fu ndị si Port Harcourt bata iya fu ndị si Aba bata for that same protest a ka ọ na-eme eti onwere onye ahịa afọ ọ wụrụ the same people every time it go protest ya ọ wụ the same people na-apụta kele ebe ndị ọzọ niile nọ if people in their numbers more than 500 to 1,000 people are now march. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this broadcast here. It's just that now so many people had drawn my attention to this. I thought I should come out and clarify exactly what has happened. You gotta go. Before only few families from Ntu, which na their land, and then to the 5% of the total land out of the total land there. He ruled 5%. And the Emmanuel position even to do now. Emmanuel side ebe and to Sueba na. It is still very far from maybe Evangelist Ebukobi. It is still very far from maybe Evangelist Ebukobi. So why are they demonstrating? What is their problem? If they felt that na Sholo, Iwolu, and Asa, they should go to government. Which now the governor of Imo State now who is in charge is Governor Hope Uzodimma. Let them go to him and demand for their land. Because now, Ebe and Afada, they cannot in possession of the government and not Zion. Kunu wegota kwifa na-ekwu maka ndị radio without battery. Okari Hetua. Ezeugo is signing out. Happy birthday, Evangelist Ebuka Obi. Happy birthday, Engineer CC Obi. Chineke ye debo nondo. Ono ga nondo. Engineer CC Obi has a name next of kin. Wulu next of kin ahụ. Nolu si ike support your brother. Wulu si ike gidigba. Ha na-ebe. Ha na-ebe. You other go. Ha na-ebe. Enjoy your life. Be happy. Nwere aṅụrị. Ha na-ebe. Egwu ahụ ị na-agba gbawapụ nke okoso chinie ma ọ kpara elu na-agba ya ka iwe na-enweta ha ọfụma n'egiri ya na-apịa ha ihe ka ọ na-abụ ọfụma. Ịghọtago onye ju ogwugwu ọṅụrụ udo ndị na-ekweghị oyi emecha kweta. You people will be very much alive to see all your critics turned into your camp. That is my prayer. Ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike na ya nwụchugbo maka na ebe a na-eje ka egwudo. Ebe a na-eje ka egwudo. The second phase of the job ye bido na nga ọkpara. People are still making millions. Ndị chọchọchọ nọ na-ekwu. Yeah? Ndị chọchọchọ na-ekwu. Look at what is happening. Another set of ọrụ na-achị bido n'auditorium. Anyị alụcha ụdọ ọrụ a na-alụcha ebe ahụ alụcha. People ga-erigide ego there. Ndị ọrụ ya nọkido na that site. Efore na-ekwu okwu ana. Ị na-ekwu okwu ana. General agba gọọmenti nke fọrọ ha n'aka fa before he will enye another person. The fact that you people are not even talking about nke gọọmenti ji. How many thousand hectares na gọọmenti kachi? Anakaka nkụ jegodo nnata gọọmenti nke ahụ ọ na-ewekwu eziokwu nke nyere Ebuka Obi. I still remain your favorite Ezeugo.